Hello everybody. So here are Judith
And Tatjana.
and we were here at the ISO European Figure Skating Championships 25 in Tallinn, Estonia.
Yes. And the event just ended.
Yeah, it was an exciting event, and Tallinn is a great host, as we experienced one more time.
Yes.
After they had Europeans in 22 here, and also for continents and junior worlds.
Yeah, they know how it works.
Yes, they know how to run
An
the
event,
show.
and that's what showed. Spectator-wise, it wasn't as crazy as last year in Kaunas, but especially yesterday, a Saturday evening, was very well visited. The fans were very loud, and I think also for the ladies free,
Yes.
the crowd was going wild for their European champion.
Right, but we start with the pairs, because
Yes.
the pairs were the first ones to crown the champions.
Yes.
And then for the first time since 2011, so 14 years has passed, Germany had the pair champions Minerva Hase, Nikita Volodominiki.
Yes, Miniki won. It was a favorite victory. I mean, they were the favorites going in, and they did it very convincingly, not totally flawless, but a true champion can even afford a little mistake here and there. The short, Minerva said afterwards, it was like a piece of work. It didn't feel like a too free performance. They were doing their job, but they were doing it well.
Yeah, because it was nerves, of course. Because last year they were also heading as the favorites to the Grand Prix final champions, and headed as favorites to the Europeans. And then it didn't work out. They had not a good free and dropped to fifth from second. And this time they were in the lead. But they held it together, and of course now very, very pleased, very happy. Minerva's mom and her grandmother were there, and so she could really share this moment with them.
And I heard they had a nice little celebration also even at the evening in the hotel with also some fans, some loyal fans of the German pairs, and they had a really good time. And in the free skate they had a little wobble on their combination, side-by-side combination, but after that they had nerves of steel. I really had the feeling after they landed the side-by-side triple sal that there was like a relief.
Yeah, that's what they actually said too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and from that
the sal,
moment
they felt now it's they can deliver the rest of the programs, and they did that. So now
in second place we had also kind of expected Sara Conti and Nicola Macci, who were also very, very thrilled. European champions from 2 years ago, but they said this silver medal felt like a victory for them.
Yeah, especially after last year they had a really rough championship, and to come back that strong, deliver two strong performances, also losing some levels here and there, and little error on the throw in the short program, but very solid overall, and
Yes.
very happy with their medal, and now can move forward from that. And then we had a little
We had not a surprise, but we had
it was not so
so the Georgians, Metelkina Berolava won the bronze, and they were like, basically this is the podium that probably most of you expected, but not them coming from 9th place after the short program.
There was the short program first. She fell on the triple sal, and then the death spiral didn't get credit, and so they lost a lot of points.
They were very disappointed.
Yes, they were very sad. But then Luca said that already in the night he thought maybe we can pull up, maybe we can get a medal. And that's what they did. They delivered a strong performance and climbed up all the way to third place.
And he said actually, because of course this week was overshadowed by the tragic events in the US, where a lot of young skaters died, the airplane crash. And Luca said actually that this was kind of an eye-opener for him, because he said, like, yesterday I thought my short program was a catastrophe, and now I realized what a real catastrophe is. So it helped me in his case to put things in perspective.
Right, and all the skaters actually they thought about this, and many skaters made comments like this, that they felt that, and it was not easy for them, especially on that day, to compete and to do like run the show as usual, because everybody knew right away, all the news spreaded very fast, and many of the people at the European skaters, officials, coaches, they knew these people that were on the plane, the coaches,
I think going a little bit across the disciplines, most impacted skaters, from my feeling, were James Hernandez, who actually ice dancer, who actually trained some of these kids, and Daniel Grasso also was very affected.
Yeah,
and
because he wasn't skating in Boston. Yeah.
He trained along some of these kids for a while, and especially these two. But everyone was very, very very affected.
Sad about what happened. Yeah.
Okay, let's go on through with the pairs. Like, it was unfortunate. The Maria Pavlova, Alexei Svirchenko again took the fourth, and I'm actually so sorry for them. Like, at all the big events the last years, they got fourth place. And they were so close. It was half a point of a margin, and I can understand the disappointment.
So it's just also some low levels, fall on the throw, and also error on the throw, the short. So, sadly, they lost the spot on the podium.
Very, very successful competition for the British team by Pilar Luke Digby. Anastasia had a very scary fall in the practice of the free program. They recovered from it. The free wasn't the best, but overall this team has improved so much, and very successful finish for them. Okay, next category.
Good. Then the women. We had the ladies. So and that's of course was a true highlight for
Estonia,
the host country.
And Nina Petrokina, she held it together, and this home crowd gave her wings.
Energy. She said she really felt energized and she felt all the support and the love of the crowd, and that helped her, and she was able to really deliver two strong performances, a clean short program and the free program. There was one little stumble where she briefly slipped, but she recovered, and she said actually that was kind of a wake-up call for her, and it helped her to refocus, and after that she went on and did everything, and of course was over the moon.
She was definitely the best of this competition. It was not a home bonus win, it was a deserved win in front of her home crowd. And Nina has been as an athlete who has been through so much. She had a very serious illness a couple of years ago. Last year she broke her leg, and she got back up even after these very huge setbacks, and now she's a European champion. It's actually a very nice story.
It's like a fairy tale. And also Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia, she had a rough Grand Prix. She did good in challenges, but the Grand Prix was rough, and so for her to come back and also again deliver two solid performances.
She's a European skater.
Yes.
The Europeans, she shines usually.
A third medal, a consecutive medal, so which makes it
kind of impressive.
Most successful
European skater of the last years.
Nina Pinzerona defended her bronze medal.
Yes. Also two clean skates except for the under rotations, especially in the free skate. She got quite some of them. It looks always very clean, but I mean that's kind of she never falls, she never even stumbles, like very rarely. She's so consistent, but these under rotations, she has to work on them for Worlds, because unfortunately Luna Hendricks will not be going to Worlds, and in order to secure 2 spots for Belgium, Nina will have to make the top 10, except for some circumstances when the other Belgium skater reaches the final who doesn't even have the minimums. But she will have to make the top 10 at Worlds, and she will have to work on these under rotations for that.
Yes, definitely.
But bronze medal, good success.
Of course. And Kimi Repont was third in the short, but then he had unfortunately two falls. and the free, and she slipped, and as you pointed out, Kimi really showed true sportsmanship.
Yes.
And
she first of all, I mean, it was kind of obvious already that she wouldn't make the podium. She was obviously very disappointed. It had been her big goal, but she very professionally answered all the media questions.
Some skaters just run off,
They
just run off when they're disappointed.
And especially at this event, there are a few cases, we will not name them here, but a few cases of skaters who understandably were disappointed, but they didn't face the media. But Kimi, as an 18-year-old, she's only 18 years old, she was very professional, and then she sat down at this sofas at the so-called green room, and she truly celebrated her competitors who won the medal, and I really felt like it came from her heart, and big round of applause for her there.
Also, a very good first European championship for Anna Pezzetta from Italy.
A very strong jumper.
Yeah, she impressed us with her high jumps. Yeah.
And she gets her nerves together more and more. We'll have to see who will be the Italian entry for Worlds, because Lara Naki-Goodman placed below her, just one placement. But also Anna won the Italian championships. Lara, though, was of course much better on the Grand Prix. She won the bronze, and I think that the Italian Federation, that Lara is the more secure,
more consistent
skater in order to make the final at Worlds. So again, we will see.
Because for Olympics in Milan, and and the Italians have a whole system of qualifying and points and how they do throughout the season.
Yes.
So I guess they will look at that, and I also think they will go with Lara. Just to briefly mention Julia Sauter from Romania, who is actually origin from Germany. She again a top 10 finish, and very nice for her. And
her big dream is also the Olympics.
Of course,
and we hope she gets it together in the show program in Worlds.
Yeah.
Ice dance. And again, ice dance was not without surprises.
Yes.
But this time there was no big falls. So actually, that was good that it wasn't a surprise this way. But we will come to that in a moment. The third time in a row European champions are not a surprise though. The Italians, Shalini Guinea and Marco Fabri, held it together after also a rough start into the season. They also getting their free dance more and more together. Marco pointed out that at the beginning they struggled a little bit. They're coming from that exhibition program, that it didn't really fit the requirements of
you need to be smooth and soft, and they because they are putting robots, it was like it looked too stiff, and so they had to work on that to make it work. That it on the one hand they move smoothly on the ice with their feet and their step sequences, but the upper body movements are quite different. So that's quite challenging, but they managed, and so they were able to take their third title. Of course, everybody expected Lila Lewis and Lila Fee and Louis Gibson, because they came here with a goal to win the gold medal after 2 silvers. But in the end, they were only bronze medalists.
Yes, because the French team, Lopareva and Brissot, who had already a terrific season before that, they even stepped it up. They were especially amazing in the short. And even though they were only 4th in the free dance, the margin, it was super close.
Yeah, it was.
The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, also very unfortunate for the Finnish team, who just also barely missed the medal.
Yeah, and they were 3rd in the free dance, and with their tango, also great program.
Yes, basically all of these pairs were kind of the same. But the French team came out on top, and they secured a silver medal, and they were surprised themselves.
Yeah, and it was their first medal at Europeans. Lala and Louis this time settling for the bronze, but they can't wait to go back and work on everything, and then at Worlds will attack again.
Yes.
Yeah, the Finns we already mentioned, also very strong performances.
Very strong, very, very strong. They had a personal best in both segments. They were very close, and it was really a little bit bittersweet because on the one hand they were so happy about their skates, but then you could actually see the disappointment that they just barely had missed the medal, even with that strong skates.
Olivia Smart and Tim Deek, they continue also to do very well. Moved up with their free dance, June.
Yes,
and
they're on the rise, definitely on the rise. And Olivia said a very interesting thing in the mixed zone actually, because someone asked her if she's not sad that this terrific free dance is in their Olympic program, and she said, no, well, it is very important to build up for the Olympics, especially for them as a new team, to use this strong free dance to get their name up there, and then next year maybe have something as strong or maybe even stronger. So they're happy that this program lifted them up quite a bit.
Yeah. Alison Reed, Solos Ambrolevicius were bronze medalists last year. This year they were in 6th place, but not so far behind. They still are among the top teams.
And Alison gained her citizenship?
Yes, now they can go to the Olympic Games finally, and that was also nice.
I do want to mention Yuka Orihara, you appear in 7th place, because also this team improved both of their personal bests and had competition of their life. That's what they even told me today in the interview.
Good. Yeah. Now finally the men. That was again a competition with lots of ups and downs and unexpected turn of events. So very exciting. I mean, that makes the sport exciting too. That you have these surprises. It was Lukas Britschke from Switzerland, who was in 8th place after the short program.
And he said it was easier for him this year because he felt like he had nothing to lose. He thought he lost already everything in the short.
Yeah.
He came in there very relaxed. He said he wasn't nervous at all ahead of the free skate, and that was what helped him.
That was different from last year. Because last year he was 2nd in the short program, and
he had to skate last.
Yeah, and because there was a draw, and that somehow he struggled with that, and he didn't perform the way he can, and he slipped to 5th place. But this time, he just went out and did it. And
he did it, and he kind of keeps saying that he only won because others didn't have their best day. But no, Lukas, you were just so good.
Yeah,
of course.
He was excellent.
And Adam with a perfect free skate maybe would have come out on top, but at that day he was really the strongest. And it's kind of normal in this sport that some people have some mistakes. And I didn't have the impression it was a weak competition at all yesterday.
No, it was.
He was just so strong because he was just strong.
Yeah, because it's important to skate clean, and that's what he did. Like there was one stumble on one jump, but everything else was very strong.
Yes.
Yeah, Nikolai Mermola, also another. He was he was someone who could, but he didn't have a strong Grand Prix to begin with. So, and he had some injury problems all at the beginning of the season. So finally, he. Now he was able to put it together to have 2 strong performances. He landed his quad lats in both programs, and then he was the strongest Italian man here, which wasn't necessarily expected here. Like people had more Daniel Russell or maybe Matteo Rizzo maybe in their mind, but maybe it also helped him. And he said actually he had injury problems. He for a long time trained with pain, and since the beginning of January only he trains pain-free and enjoys skating again, and he really enjoyed. And you could really, especially after the free skate, he was, he was vibing. He was beaming, he was so happy, he was bubbly. He's always bubbly. Yeah, he's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian. So happy for him.
Yeah, Adam Sohim, speaking of injury, coming back from his ankle injury that kept him out of the Grand Prix final, and he said it's been only since the end of December that he's been training really again. So he was not at 100% yet, and you could see that. But he said he missed competing. He was happy to be back on the ice, and now he's looking forward to continue to improve.
And fourth place, also another one who often takes the fourth place.
Yes.
That's Nikai Gatze from Georgia, who was second after the short program, and he was also very disappointed. He had a very strong short program. But yeah, I think nerves got to him.
Yeah, he still needs to learn to deal with that kind of pressure. And yeah, Matteo Rizzo also coming. Yeah, he was pretty okay. Yeah, and he did quite well. I mean, also considering that he had a long time off to recover after his injury, hip surgery. So
he said, yeah, after with the circumstances, the top 5 finish is okay.
Nice.
He has a new free skate, very Italian music.
Yeah.
He says he feels this, but he feels his music a lot, but he didn't skate up to his potential yet. And Dennis Vassiliev, he landed his quads.
Yeah, but not in the short.
Yeah,
that cost him a lot.
It cost him a lot in the short, and maybe not the very smartest decision in hindsight. But yeah, he went for it in the short. He popped it into a single. Sal put him in kind of desperate situation in 12th place after the short. But then he came and had kind of the free skate of the night, at least. And no other skater, people cheered so loudly, and there was a great energy in the arena, especially. Also with Dennis, I have the feeling once he lands his quad, he gets so much extra confidence, and it shows in his skating.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And he was fourth in the free skate. He had 2 little step outs. They also gave him under rotation on one of the quads. But he was very happy after his free skate. Unfortunately, couldn't redo his bronze medal from 3 years ago, but he left with the smile on his face.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, so just briefly mention Estonian skaters were also Alexander and Michael Zalewko, but a little, I guess, too nervous maybe.
Michael was actually quite fine. He was also happy when he came off the ice.
Because he landed his quad loop.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
So he was happy with that, of course.
Yes.
And Alexander was maybe too stressed out. Yeah. Okay, then thank you very much, and for following, for watching, and you can leave in the comments what your thoughts are about Europeans, and then we will see you again at the next event. Junior Worlds
for Continents,
Worlds.
A lot still waiting.
Still coming up. Bye bye.